Hi, I'm Trevor Conquergood, the software manager for R&K Distributing, and welcome to today's recording, which is an introduction to the updates for Floriani Total Quilter software that are coming out in the summer of 2020. And so we're very excited to announce our latest update. We've done a pretty big update for Floriani. It includes all of our programs, and probably one of the biggest things that you'll find out is that if you own more than one Floriani program, so for example, if you own Total Quilter and you also own our FTCU or maybe our Sketch-A-Stitch, then the good news is going forward, you'll only ever have to download and install one update, which will include all of the updates for all of the programs. And so this is the first update that will work that way. And so there are some things that are new to the workspace that you may not have noticed from before. And probably the biggest new thing that you'll notice is kind of the interesting new tool here is called Photo Play. And when you choose Photo Play, it allows you to browse through your computer and select your favorite photograph and then interact with our new Photo Play tool, which will allow you to create kind of like a 3D sewing simulation of this design, and you can base it on any kind of color palette that you want to, and you can even interact with the number of colors, etc., etc. And when you do, it updates the results, and when you're happy with the results that you've made, then you can choose Save As and save this design as a JPEG and then email it to your friends or to your family, or even post it on your social media. And so think of Photo Play as kind of like a cool new 3D stitch simulator that's more like a filter, like an Instagram filter or a photograph filter. Of course, if you also own our FTCU software, then the Photo Play tool becomes the even more powerful Photo to Stitches tool, which will allow you to take your photos and convert them into actual embroidery designs that you can stitch out. And so with Total Quilter standalone, you do get the new Photo Play tool to play with. You'll also notice several different effects on your workspace. So just as an example, I'll create an empty workspace and then maybe just open up our custom shapes library and put a shape on my screen, and notice when the shape is selected how the software puts additional information around the transformation window. And so that's something that's new for Total Quilter standalone, and it's because we've been able to blend it together with all of the other Floriani softwares and kind of make it the best that it could possibly be. And so that's just a simple example. It tells me it's 117 millimeters tall, unless of course you right click on your ruler and change your units of measurement to inches, and now it will tell me that it's 4.62 inches tall by 4.72 inches wide. And so that's kind of how it works. You'll also notice on your Slow Redraw tool, and so maybe if I just go ahead and open up an embroidery design and bring that onto my screen to show you that when you use the sewing simulator, there is now a stitch counter that will tell you exactly what stitch count of the design the current needle possession is, and so we're sure that you will love that. There are other things that you'll notice that are enhancements. So for example, look at the up and down arrows on the sequence view. That's a new way that you can easily move your colors, to the end of the design, or down one, or up one, or to the beginning, or even just delete a color right from here. You'll love the new option for Match to Palette found down here on the bottom, and I choose Match to Palette. I can change any embroidery design to be displayed in any colors you want. And so for example, if you have purchased some new embroidery threads like the new matte finish thread, it can convert your design from whatever color palette it is into a new color palette in one single click. And so there are several new tools like that that would be new to your Total Quilter software. And so one of the really interesting things about the latest update is if you had Total Quilter and you also purchased one of our other sort of standalone softwares, like for example Sketch-A-Stitch or Lettering Master, it will blend those programs together, and so it's no longer required to have the FTCU software to be able to blend all of your Floriani programs together. And so whatever you may own from Floriani, once you register it and activate it in our latest program, then those tools will be available for you. And so we certainly hope that you enjoy enjoy everything that's new in the Floriani Total Quilter Update that's being released in the summer of 2020. And so thanks very much for listening to today's recording, and bye for